So if you're building an online community, you've got this one huge choice you have to make right at the start. Where is this thing actually going to live? It sounds simple, right? But honestly, this one decision can literally shape its entire future. Let's really get into what that means, because it's the difference between being a tenant and being a homeowner in the digital world.
And this right here is the whole idea in a nutshell. Think of it this way. On one side, you've got the rented apartment. That's your typical Discord server, your Facebook group. Super convenient, easy to set up, we all get it. But on the other side, you have the owned home, a community platform that you actually control, built on these emerging ideas that people are starting to call Web 4. Let's break down what that really means for you and your community.
All right, so let's talk about that rental first. Building on these huge existing platforms is easy, no doubt about it. But that convenience, it comes with a massive, massive catch. You don't actually control the space you're building in. Not really. This is what our source material calls the centralized trap, and it's a perfect name for it. I mean, just look at this list. You might be the admin, but you're not the true owner. The platform itself can use your member data for its own gain, and at the end of the day, this community you're pouring all your blood, sweat, and tears into, it's not a real asset. You can't build equity in it. It's a trap, because all your success is being built on someone else's property. And, just like any rental, you are always at the mercy of the landlord's rules. And those rules, they can change in an instant and just completely pull the rug out from under all the work you're putting in. So here's the question that probably keeps every community manager up at night. You've spent years maybe building up this amazing engagement, this great vibe, and then boom, with no warning at all, the platform changes its algorithm. What happens to you then? And this chart, well, it shows you exactly what that nightmare looks like. One day, you wake up, the platform decided to tweak something behind the scenes, and just like that, half your community stops even seeing your posts. All that work, all that value just cut in half, and you had absolutely zero say in it. And honestly, this is the ultimate fear. It's even bigger than algorithms. It's deplatforming. Maybe an automated system flags you by mistake. Maybe their corporate policy just shifts. Whatever the reason, the community you've poured your heart into can just disappear, vanish, with pretty much no way to appeal it. And the landlord's rules go even deeper. I mean, think about it. You've got totally arbitrary moderation that you can't fight. You only get this limited high-level data, so you can't really understand your own members. And you're forced to cram your unique brand into this generic cookie-cutter template. It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts for any serious community builder. Okay, so on top of all the rules, there's another huge problem with renting. The neighborhood is just so noisy. You're in this constant fight for your members' attention. This comparison really says it all, doesn't it? In a rented space, you're not just running a community. You're in a full-on war for attention against news feeds, ads, a million other servers, and whatever the latest celebrity drama is. An owned space, on the other hand, is your own private sanctuary. It's a focused world that you build just for your members, without all that other noise. So, after seeing all these headaches and all these risks that come with renting, it leads to this one really powerful question. What if you could actually own the land your community is built on? And that's where this whole idea of ownership comes in. The solution is this new wave of platforms built on principles like decentralization and user control. This is that Web 4 idea. And the goal is super simple, to put the power back where it belongs, in the hands of the community builders. Right off the bat, the biggest advantage is just complete control. You're not stuck with a template anymore. You get to design the entire experience. Every little feature, every layout choice, it all becomes an extension of your brand. You're not just a manager anymore. You're the architect. You're the one in charge. And that control leads to something even more powerful, and that's true sovereignty. This isn't just about making things look pretty. It's about owning the direct line to your members. You control the data. You write the code of conduct. No one can just pull the rug out from under you. It is for real your house. So what is this Web 4 thing that makes all this possible? Well, think of it less as a single piece of technology and more like a whole new philosophy for building things online. It's all about using transparent, often decentralized systems, like open source tech or even some blockchain elements, to make sure that the control and the data stays with the creators and the users, not some giant central company. It's about building a community that can't be shut down just because one person in a boardroom decides to. So when you take that total control and you combine it with that true sovereignty, something really amazing starts to happen. You're not just running a little group anymore. you are building a genuine, valuable asset. And we're not just talking in theory here. Building a real asset means creating real value. You can set up your own subscription models, not ones where the platform takes a huge cut. You can create exclusive content that only certain members can access. And this is the real game changer. You're building something with actual equity, a durable asset that you could one day sell or transfer. Just try doing that with your Facebook group. It's impossible. When you lay it all out on a table like this, the difference is it's night and day. On every single important metric, control, data, brand, and actual asset value, the rental model puts you at a huge disadvantage. The ownership model, it puts you right in the driver's seat. So ultimately, what this all comes down to is a shift in thinking. For anyone who's serious about building a community, the choice isn't just about picking a tool anymore. It's about deciding if you want to keep building on rented land, or if you're ready to build a sovereign, valuable digital home. So the last question is really for you to think about. When you look at the future of the community you're building, you have to ask yourself, are you just putting up decorations in a temporary rental, or are you actually laying the foundation for a permanent home?